Hey guys, Figurecraft here, and today we're going to finally be doing the last part of the build of shipment 22. Yeah, 22. Because I'm waiting on shipment 23 now. So yeah, we're going to be doing the last part of the build of shipment 22. And for that, you're going to need your issue 128 book, issue 128 box. So opening up the book. These pages will stop sticking together. They're stuck together again. There we go. This is the crane for the aft well deck. So for this, we're going to use our trick again. Gonna get our napkin. Gonna empty out our parts. There's something in there. It's stuck. And I think that's it. Okay. Okay. We're going to set these to the side until they're needed. And all of these screws. Alright. Step 1. Take parts 128H, 128J, and 128G. Fit the large eyelet at one end of the crane cable 128G onto the peg on the upright 128H. Fit the plastic pin 128J to hold it in place. Fix the motor 128B on the upright 128H. This is a push fit connection. Basically like we've done before, putting that part together. So we're going to grab our part, which is here. Let me zoom you in a bit. Let me tilt you down. Make sure you're focused. We're going to grab the wire with both at the end. So we're going to look for that big piece right there. It's going to go over and around this raised socket, like so. And then you're going to take the piece right here with the peg at the back of it, and then the long peg that goes through, and you're going to insert it just like that. And we gotta have focus here somehow. Okay. Now we're going to grab the main motor support, and we're going to fasten these two pieces together. just like we've did so many other times. So just give me a few here. Just like that. So we got that much of the crane built now. So we're going to set it down there. Zoom y'all back out. Now we're going to go over here to step 2. Step 2. Take the crane boom 128A and the long pin 128K, fit the tabs on the wide end of the boom on either side of the channel at the base of the upright 128H. Fix in place with the long pin 128K, fitting the smooth end first. Use a pair of pliers to push the pin in place. So that's our next step. So like I usually do, I'm going to grab the pliers that they supplied us with. I'm going to grab, if I can get it, the pin. Identifying, yeah, that's the end right there, that's roughed up. Okay. And then I'm going to look at this picture, going through that end, okay. Then I'm going to basically take it and stick it a little bit through the boom. I'm going to pull that back just a little bit. And then we're going to take it Give me a few seconds here. This one's being stubborn. There it goes. Alright, that's through there. So now the boom is on the crane. Now I'm going to read the next step. Step 3, position the hook 128C and the washer 128D between the eyelets at the narrow end of the crane boom 128A. Fit the small eyelet at the end of the cable 128G between the hook and the washer. Fix in place with the short pin, 128L, insert the smooth end first and push in place with the pliers. So basically, like we've done before, just looking here, it's got to go this direction. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to grab the small pin. I'm going to locate which end is the roughed up end, which is this one. Then I'm going to grab the pin with the pliers. And then I'm going to insert the pin into the boom of the crane first. Which from the looks here, we have a little bit of a stubborn one, but we'll get it. There it goes. Pull it out a bit. Okay. I'm going to insert it about that far. Now I'm going to take the hook. Make sure the hook is the correct way. Now it's acting like the hook's hole isn't big enough. So let me just take this and we'll try that. Alright, make sure the hook is the correct way again, which is this way. Okay. Now I'm going to push the pin in a little bit farther, but not too much. Okay. Now it's ready to receive the washer or the pulley, whatever you want to call it. Alright, I'm going to have to pull the pin down a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to try that again. There we go. And now they should be aligned. Now what I'm going to do last is bring this cable down. And we're going to put it in between the pulley and the hook. Which is being a little bit stubborn right now. That's okay. We'll get it. Try it again. There it goes. And once we got it, and there we go. We now have that much of the crane done. So now we're going to turn the page. Going to move this stuff right here. Hang on to it in my hand for a minute. Let's set it over here. And now we are on step 4 of the crane. Step 4. Fit the end, or fit the left and right tie rods 128E and 128F so that they run between the upright 128H and the end of the boom 128A. As shown, if necessary, fix the ends of the tie rods in place with a drop of glue. That right there is our next step. So, first of all, we're going to grab our crane. We're going to identify which tie rod we have. This one faces down and it curves that way, so we have this side's tie rod. And then we're going to do the little fun game of trying to put this over top of this little peg. Which is never a fun process when it comes to these. Okay, that's one. Then we're going to go ahead and get the other tie rod. Missed it. And there's two. And then we're going to glue those in place with some glue at the ends of the cables. So our first one on this side. Okay, there's one. We're going to get the other one. Okay. And that right there has gotten all of the tie rods in place. So set that down there. And we can put away the glue again. Now that. Step 5. Step 5. Place the crane assembly on the base 128M and fix it in place with an HP screw. Do not over tighten the screw. The crane must be free to rotate. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my HP screw, which we only need one out of the bag. 2 came out, put 1 back in. Then I'm going to grab the crane and the crane base. And then I'm going to grab the screw. Then we're going to take our time, because this is a very long and delicate fiddly process. And there we go. It tells you not to over tighten, but you don't have to worry about not over tightening, because trust me, this thing will only go so far then stop. But there we go. There is our crane. Okay, now we're going to go over here to step 6. Step 6. Take the aft deck assembly and identify the holes for the crane on the weld deck 124B. Position the crane as shown and secure it to the bridge from the underside using 2 AP screws. So basically, we're going to grab our deck, and it's going to go right here. So, like that, right there. Then we're going to get our AP screws. Okay, we're going to flip this thing, and we're going to insert the first screw. And that's one. we're going to grab our second screw. Give me a few seconds here. That screw wants to be stubborn. There it goes. And with that, we have our first aft well deck crane. Which looks pretty good. Alright, so we've done that. Set that up there. We got to turn the page to the last page. Okay, step 7. Take the whole assembly and identify the fixing points for the two 128N brackets. Position the brackets as shown, then fix each one in place with 2 AM screws. And that would be what's in here. So, there's one. There's 2. And then we're going to need our AM screws. Two for that one. 2 for that one, and then 1 left over. And then we're also going to need our 3-in-1 oil. Alright, so basically this is our last step. So I'm going to bring the phone over here. We're going to go right above where this engine room is. Make sure these are positioned in there good. And the first bracket is going to go right here, which is literally sitting on that piece of the engine room. So now I'm going to get my first AM screw. Dip it in oil, and then we're going to go in and screw it in. Okay, that's one. And I'm going to get another one. Okay, that one's in. Now on the other side over here, we're going to insert the other side of the bracket. And then we're going to get 2 more AM screws. I can just find the hole. Where is it at? There it is. That one's not going in there all the way, so still try. Huh. This one is being really stubborn. Even with 3-in-1 oil. It's getting there, but still, a stubborn thing. Okay, that's got it. That one was being really, really stubborn. And then our last screw. Okay. And with that, that is all there is to do in this issue. So, we are now officially caught up. Completed work. A crane has been fitted to the aft